So now that comes to this point, the new entry system. What am I looking for actually? Now that here is the key point, right? This is not for you just to simply take any trades. So first of all, you wait for the price to do this. This is on the M5, right? So this is the high. This is the low. This is the low. This is the low. This is the, sorry, the lower low, lower low. This is the lower high, and lower high. All right. So what I want you to do, right, is to wait for the price to take out this area. And the movements, the key point here, this movement here needs to be impulsive. That means it needs to move up very, very, very fast. Now, after this, I go back to the charts. I'll show you what it means by very, very, very fast. Now, one way is that, remember the gaps? You create gaps in the market. That is one particular sign that you should look for. So there is no worries, because in the past I asked you to like catch these areas, right? So this is if you are worried that you might lose the trade, you know, it might just go up without you, then you can do. You can just put in the entries right over here where they come back and fill and take you and move towards your direction. Okay, but I noticed that sometimes people are working, they might not have the time to monitor where the gaps are, because these are at every 5 minutes. Okay, so what do I do next instead is that I let it do its thing, and then what I do is that when I see price coming down, I will measure the, take out your Fibonacci ruler here, and I would look for the 50% or the 61.8% retracement. Now, if you are worried, you have no time to check, just go for the 50. Okay, remember this is on M5, nothing else. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's move up again to the very beginning, right? So what do you see? Right over here, you have price pushing up, right? Then it came down, pushing up. Now, first thing first, when price push up, did it break any of the did it do a change of character? It did. Not here. I marked it wrongly. It's right here. Okay, this was the change of character. It did. Now, how did it break it? It break it impulsively. So not here, yeah. It broke impulsively like that, right? And then you see it created gaps in the middle. But I want you to train your eyes to see. Now, if you don't have this kind of breaks, a strong one, then you don't need to do. Okay, this is just like a double confirmation. So what happened next was that if you put at this area, it did not come to the 50%. Then it went up again, taking off this highs. Okay, this huge candle. So this and this go for the 50%. This would have been your entry. The moment it was filled, price started moving up. So I want you to start looking for this kind of patterns. Okay, so same thing over here. So we had the low, swing low here, and you can see the first one, second one, and the third one. I give you, you can do this or this, right? Remember? So now you have this, a very strong push down, breaking over here. So corrective structure, push down coming in, right? So that's one. So this one, not so, because this is something that what is in, it's not the same, not so. Okay, so this is more like is doing the 1, 2, and then started moving upwards the 3. They started pushing up, taking off this area, retracing 50% level, it went up. So you do see all this happening. And so this is one more. See, positively going up, but this for the, you know, from here down, and I started pushing up. So that's the reason why I want you to train your eyes to see this kind of movements. Strong push up that creates gaps. That would be the best. Okay, first one, second one, third one. You can see that strong move down, creating the gaps. Go for the 50% fill. Go down. You go. So the reward is also pretty nice if you're catching at the 5 minute. All right, you can set this, and then go. Now, in terms of how do you want to protect your profits, how do you want to take your profits, you can decide. You know, when it goes to 1-to-1, what do you want to do? You want to protect, and then you go for a fixed 2-to-1, 3-to-1. You have to make a decision. Now, for those that feel that, you know, this thing is an entire thing, can go higher and higher and higher, what do you do instead? Is that you can choose on this time frame, but sometimes I do feel that this time frame can be a bit tricky. You can also go to the 1 hour time frame. So every time the, like say it goes up, and then you are filled here, right? Price breaks this swing high. Your stop loss was originally here. What you can do, shift it the moment it breaks this swing high. What you can do, you can shift your stop loss here. With every swing high, shift your stop loss. With every swing high, shift your stop loss. With every swing high, shift your stop loss. So that's how slowly you put your stop loss much higher. Now, if you were to depend on the M5, then yeah, sometimes your stop losses can be triggered and then before they make a big movement. But if you do the H1, then it's a really, really good thing. So what you can do also is that you can just put on the a trend line, as long sorry, not this one, as long as the trend line is not broken, right? It's not broken, then you still ride the whole trend. Okay, so you need to do your own due diligence and see what works for you, what works for your emotions and everything, how you want to do it. Because at the end of the day, for this trailing stop loss to work, you really need to understand what is the direction of the market and where is the eventual target, because you just can't simply leave it to go up and give out a lot of profit off the table. I see, you see this whole thing, this is profit off the table, because this would have been putting here, it would say like, ouch, you know, that shouldn't be have give so much. So you also need to know where, because if you have taken your entry from here, price coming to here would have already given you probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost a 6-to-1. I think that is also pretty sufficient for you guys to 6-to-1. So if you were to risk 1%, this would have returned to you 6%. So it's a significant profit already, and you just repeat this 3 times and that's enough, right? So these are the few things that you need to understand and contemplate, you know, what really works for you. Okay, so it's just me here looking at the best ways how to deal with the trades. Hopefully you can understand and then you know, get something out from this. Okay, so guys, any questions? Oh, right, I don't see any questions. It's okay. So going forward, I will be talking about these types of entries that I take, and slowly we shall see from, you know, monitor those results based on the reports that is given to you all on the weekly basis. So since there are no questions, I'll call it a day. Wishing everybody a wonderful trading week ahead, and good night. Thank you.